Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magic The Dungeoning, as we're going to light it up with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. As per the video title, we are reacting to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty's showcase for the day. We've kept ourselves blind for the most part. Save
Mostly
somebody.
blind. I Reddit.
Jasper's
I'm sorry.
terrible at this game of
I
staying
woke up
blind.
and I was scrolling through Reddit and I was like, "Oh, that's a neat card."
We've got our backgrounds
fuck.
to match. We're in a super futuristic city. A quick rundown for as I punch my microphone. A quick rundown for anybody who's watching this. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is Kamigawa set 1,200 years into the future from the set in the future. 1,200 years from the previous set. So we are in a cyberpunk-esque era-like situation for Kamigawa. There is some technology. There are some traditionalists, I think is the best way to say it. But today we're going to be reacting to the showcase, see what they share about the story and the cards, because I've been reading the story, and quite frankly, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a good story. One thing before we start, I'd like the editor to put on screen a "Where My Money" Wizards counter for every time Wizards of the Coast does something that I plan to do or I'm already doing in our campaign. So just go ahead and slap that on screen right there. I'm the editor, so I can control that.
Since you're the editor, I think this is going to be real easy to do. And we're going to start off with some Kamigawa lo-fi hip-hop. I do like that she is sorting through a deck of cards. Like a package of cards.
See, the really funny thing about the kind of cards she's sorting through right now is that those things only sort...
Oh, wait, what the hell?
Oh,
one in a white, scry 2, gain 2 life.
And exile the saga, return to the battlefield transformed. Transformed into what?
A 2/2 human monk with first strike. Oh, that's going in promo.
Wait, guys. This is just like the new version of like those sideways invert cards. That
By the way,
over.
look at the fans. Look at the fans at the top for the symbols.
So yeah, this is like a reroute. This is like the DFC version of the upside down cards we got from old Kamigawa. Yeah, they finally figured it out.
For now.
That was like really pretty. I don't know anything that's going on with this new set, but
I did not read the card at all.
Yeah, like y'all know, like anyone
So
listening knows I'm usually as lost.
One in
in
a white,
Magic
chapter 1,
as
scry
anybody.
2, chapter 2, gain 2 life, chapter 3, exile the enchantment and return it, transform into that 2/2 creature.
Nice. Alright, so I don't think we should listen to the 8.
Oh!
No, listen.
Shingo's Reign of Truth. 1 in a white, target creature gets +1/+1 on a turn for each artifact and or enchantment you control.
I know where that's going.
Portrait make sure there's +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment. Wow, enchantment tribal is coming back, baby.
So it is a.
There we go. Yeah, okay. So no, we don't want to skip this. We do want to watch this because
Unfortunately,
she's going through cards, but you notice whenever she stops, it's a new card. Watch and trust us. Trust me.
That box
I
contains
do like the
entire set.
tattoo that she's got. If you notice that on her wrist, she's got the Planeswalker symbol.
Wait, is this a question? Is this the actual video that somebody like this is what they Wizards posted?
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck, they got me. God damn it.
I like the little
I
origami
wonder if this is
so
too.
going to be the only
relaxing.
sci-fi set.
We got a new one.
The modern age. Draw a
Ooh.
card, then discard a
Discard
card.
a card. Exile the saga, then return to the battlefield transformed under your control.
A lot of these
One
sagas
blue.
transform into creatures. Vector
I
Glider.
think all of them do.
It's
Yeah,
a
you're gonna love
2/3
this.
spirit.
With flying.
It's so
Not bad.
No.
1 in a white for draw a card, discard a card? Sorry,
I
1 in a
Wizards
blue?
hasn't figured out how to do the triple-faced card yet. Like, they'll get to it.
I'm just waiting for. Do you remember
The
those
3
hand?
DFC.
Do you remember that card game that you could play as a kid when you made it was a hand game where you made a paper craft and put a lot of letters to it and then just flipped it as many times
Oh,
as
yeah,
those
like
numbers.
Yeah, the fortune teller flowers.
Yeah. Just that. But with
That's
magic.
If
you have 3 lands, 1, 2, 3.
Raccoon. Or
It's a Tanuki.
it's a cyber papercraft.
We got a new one.
Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Target creature gets
Wasn't
+2/+2
Toshiro
on
Umizawa
2.
Nico
It's Umizawa's Jite in a card.
Yo, okay, that's
Not bad. Not bad. That is definitely interesting.
Hello, going into Yawgmoth.
Hello going into every deck. Well, it's only instants and sorceries, which is unfortunate, but it's still pretty solid.
I do cast a good chunk of instants and sorceries in Yawgmoth.
It's gonna be too slow for any like competitive deck, but it's fun.
You know what I'm really excited about for this set?
What?
I think this might be the first set since like a while where I'm like actively interested in like the vibe of the set because I just was kind of tired with a lot of the magic that's coming out. This one's like I like that they're doing cyberpunk. It's refreshing.
Oh, here we go.
Shattered States era, 4 and a red. Gain control of target creature till end of turn on tap and it gains haste. Creatures you control get +1/+0. And then Nameless Conquer, a 3/3 trample and haste.
He's just a human. The Samurais coming out of the North Cell is really cool. The Samurais coming out of the wall like a stone marble. Oh, he's on the katana.
Oh, he is.
Oh.
That means there has to be another one with that red samurai on it.
Maybe.
Which would be cool.
I kind of every time I see a deck, I'm like, suddenly I'm interested in Magic because I want to play this and it looks fun. Is that what you guys do? Just be like, oh, that looks good forever?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
live
what we-
vicariously through the cardboard.
No!
I'm just like, hey, this is a
Don't
neat
draw me
thing.
in!
Can't
Oh my
wait
god,
to use
it's
it.
so good! I'm loving this style.
Oh, Shan got her box.
Okay, I'm
Dan.
pausing it for a second. I want to turn down the volume just a little bit because I can barely hear you guys.
Nah, it's fine. Just don't address us at all. It's fine.
All right, and then we'll resume.
Cyberpunk themed deck. Anybody?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Kaladesh be like
Oh,
that.
good one.
Azusa's Many Journeys. Azusa's.
Look at her dress.
You may play an additional land this turn. You gain 3 life.
God damn it.
It comes back as a
Okay.
3/3. Likeness of the
Likeness of the
Seeker.
Azusa lost but seeking. She's in the ground.
Whenever
She's
it
dead.
becomes blocked, untap 3 lands you control.
That's not bad.
No, it's
Do
alright.
you know what fills me with the most joy, you guys? Seeing green cards. I don't know what it is about green cards, but
Man,
like, if
fuck
there's one
green.
thing I love.
I do
Green
like
is
how these
everything.
things stay enchantment creatures, so like they can still fit in enchantress decks.
Theros would like to know your location.
Tuvasa would like to know when you're joining the party.
Estrid the Mask would like to know your address.
I actually still wanted to build Estrid. I have her card. I don't have her deck.
Wait, that was this full cycle of DFC enchantments. What are they gonna show next?
We'll find out.
We'll find out in
We
the
got
next
another one, right?
3.
Bosiju.
Bosiju reaches skyward.
Search your library
That
for
is
the
a
2 basic
lovely
forest
artwork.
cards, reveal them, put them in your hand. Put up to 1 target. I couldn't even read all that. Oh my god.
Whoa.
I need it.
Green, green,
Oh,
green,
boom.
green, green.
Put up to 1 target land card from your graveyard on top of your library. Interesting.
Okay.
And these are uncommons, actually.
It doesn't
I
say
just noticed.
basic land. That does not say basic land.
These have been commons and uncommons. That's
Yeah. Well, so the
What's
first
with
ability,
the spicy
the first
comments?
ability said 2 basic forest. The second ability just said target land.
Cool. My tried lands.
She
going to the top
stopped
of
for
the
a second. I
library.
was like, ooh. We'll probably get 2, maybe 3 more cards.
I think it's a card a minute. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Dragon
Called it.
Kami Reborn. You gain 2 life. Look at the top card of your library. Exile one of them face down with a hatchling counter on it. Put the rest on there. Tell me it turns into an egg. It's an egg!
What the fuck?
Dragon's Egg
Chad,
Kami or a
you're-
dragon you
Chad,
control dies. You may
your
cast a
egg's dead.
creature spell from among cards you own and exile with hatchling counters on them without paying their mana costs.
Chad, your egg deck
Yeah.
is over.
We
you
know.
Oh my
did
god, it works.
It also
it to me.
It also works for dragons.
Yeah,
Oh,
who cares about
Ryan is just like, dragon, give me more dragon.
Dragon these nuts.
Ah!
Oh, Danny, there's 5 new legendary dragons in this set. I want them all.
Ooh, how many more decks? You can't fit any more dragons in your deck. You can't.
Gotta build a second dragon deck.
I am trying to make every dragon in Dragon legendary.
You should build a second Dragon deck that has no legendary dragons in it.
You should build a Tiamat deck that has no legendary dragons in it.
Here we go.
Oh, new one.
Teachings of the Kirin.
Kirin. Mill 3 cards, create a 1/1 spirit, put a +++ counter. Exile,
Okay.
please. Ooh, I hear mill.
Snake Monk.
When it attacks, exile target card from a graveyard when you do critical 1/1 spirit. So target non-creature card from a graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature.
This is a rare?
That is
okay.
rare.
I mean, it comes in, mills you 3, immediately creates a spirit, and then pumps a creature you already have on the battlefield.
Fair. I don't know. I feel like rares have a different power budget for me in my mind.
It's also
Any
only
money-
2 mana. It was also only 1 and a green.
Any money this is mythic for the last one?
Mythic Black, Mythic Black, Mythic Black, Mythic Black.
We just don't get a last one.
Watch it be Jim Gataxis.
No, I think we'll get one more.
No, we've been seeing all enchantments, all sagas. to be
Shrine?
specific.
Are we gonna get shrines?
Yeah, we're
Ooh, that would be
gonna get one
interesting.
more. Here we go.
The Kami War.
It's a Wooburg.
Called it!
Exile
I
target
called
non-land permanent. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card, and it becomes
Kagachi made manifest.
6/6 flying and trample. Defending
I'm
opponent chooses
kind
a
of,
non-land
I'm
card.
kind of obsessed with the colors of the scales of that dragon.
Oh
Look
yeah.
how pretty it is. I love the soft
Exile.
They,
filter.
they return a non-land card to your hand, and then it gets +X+0. I mean, good luck getting that off, but also interesting.
I would love to see it. It's one of those cards. 10 seconds, everybody.
All right, here we go. But
Oh,
yeah, call
boy.
the mythic. How you like that?
All right, so the Where's My Money
Why am I
Wizards counter's
nervous?
going on
I'm
screen
so
Hello,
now.
Magic fans, and welcome. I'm B. Dave Walters. Last summer, I had
B. Dave
the
Walters.
privilege of previewing some of the highlights of Magic's Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set, and I've been dying to do more of this. And today
That guy's
is
a
the
DM.
day
He talks
with
with
the
his
deep
hands.
dive into the new set,
wearing a D&D shirt.
Kamigawa
What are you
Neon
talking
Dynasty. Of course, I cannot do this alone, so joining me will be my
literally
very dear
wearing
friend,
a
esports commentator, streamer, and debut veteran, Becca Scott.
Oh hey, it's
Hey,
Rebecca.
Dave,
Commentator.
up here. Are you excited for some Neon Dynasty? Yeah. Me too, so come on, get up here.
Hey, all right, come on, let's go.
Damn, this video was produced like COVID doesn't exist.
Right.
There was how many people?
Okay, Mr. B. Dave Walters,
Yeah, look how close they are
please,
standing
I'd
to
like
each
to
other.
reintroduce you to Maris.
Yeah, it does feel a little weird,
Magic's
doesn't it?
World-building
I'm sure they're all
designer.
fully
Hello,
Oh,
good to see you
definitely.
again, Maris.
Hello, it's so good to see both of you in person.
World
yes,
building design
so good to
manager.
see you.
Shall we talk about Kamigawa?
Yes, please. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I heard that the fans already got a little sneak peek of a little bit of Kamigawa. Is that right?
Our Building Worlds video gave a peek at the creative process for building a set with all the world building, and we looked at Neon Dynasty specifically, but just kind of opened up part of the curtains generally for
Real
for our
fast,
world
because the
building
music
process.
isn't as
Well,
loud.
as
Can we turn
someone
it up
who
just a little
loves
bit again?
hearing about all the work that
So I
goes
can
into
hear
this sort of
better?
Just a little bit, only because again, I could still barely hear you guys.
You right. Sorry.
It's all right.
thing, could you give us like a quick overview of the process and the world building?
Yes. So when we ultimately decided this set is going to be a return to Kamigawa, but with a futuristic
dragons.
twist, we realized that we were going to be approaching our return visits
The
a little bit
Wanderer.
differently.
Hello,
when we go to
Wanderer.
Ravnica and Innistrad in the
Wanderer.
past,
Robotic
it's
arm.
usually been a time span in world of a couple months to a couple years. Here,
Biggest
the
disorder.
original Kamigawa that we saw in 2004, bringing it all the way up to this neon futuristic world, that's 1,200 years of history. So we had a lot of fun, creative space
I
and
pulled
freedom to
1,200 out
really
of my ass.
push the boundaries of what Magic could be.
Yeah, I
Nailed
think
it.
a few world events
it.
could have happened in that time.
too.
You made super
so it's been
bold
1,200
choices,
years
which I'm
and
a big
Dominaria
fan of
still
for this
using
modern day
horse-drawn
Kamigawa.
chariots.
It isn't like anything I've seen Magic
on,
do
Dominaria.
before.
No, we really haven't
Then again,
done
Dominaria
science
does have
fiction
nuclear
or a
bombs,
kind of
so,
futuristic
like-
setting. So we really just wanted to push those boundaries, but still keep the magic, still keep
That's a
what
rat on a
people
bike.
hopefully expect from a Magic the Gathering set and what people expect from Kamigawa. The first time we went, there was a conflict
That's
between
cool.
the spirit realm and the mortal realm. And that unique relationship
That-
between the
okay, that
spirits
guy's
and
dead.
the mortal realm, we're not at war anymore.
Is that
But
an
that
omen?
relationship is still special, so it's still present in
I wouldn't be
Neon
surprised.
Dynasty.
I mean,
But they settled their beef.
We've
for
settled
now.
that beef.
Yeah.
The conflict now is really about what is all of this new burgeoning technology
that's a
bring
Gundam.
to the
That's
planes?
straight up a Gundam.
How do different groups want to integrate it into
that's a
their
rat
lives?
samurai.
Just how does it affect everything?
Not relatable.
No,
No.
never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, definitely not relatable at all. But, you know, because we were spanning this whole 1,200 years of
this
history,
set is going
when we were
to
doing the
be
world
one of
building,
my favorites.
we wanted to find a way to make that
about it
history
so much.
feel natural. And we also wanted to pay homages to original Kamigawa.
Whoa.
That way,
sorry.
even though it was
What?
futuristic
What?
and
It's a
didn't look
banger.
exactly like it was the first
What?
time you came here, there were still elements that fans
When
of
did
the
Ridley
first
Scott's Alien get
Rim
here?
hell
first
is
block
that?
would recognize.
Are there any like new incarnations of some of the older characters?
Yes, so we
New
definitely
incarnations of the
paid
characters.
a number of homages to original Kamigawa. Let me introduce you to some modern day incarnations of the Dragon Kami. This is Kairi, the Swirling Sky, and Ao, the Dawn Sky.
Alrighty, so come
Irie,
on.
the swirling sky.
Kari, the swirling sky.
4 blue for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon spirit with flying and ward 3. When Kairi, the swirling sky, dies, choose 1. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands. Or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's solid. And folks, if you're watching the video, apologies. We are doing this via Discord, so there's a lot of back and forth. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
4 blue for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon
read it
spirit.
anyway.
It has flying, ward 3. When Kairi, the swirling sky, dies, choose 1. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands, or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to
I
your
definitely
hand.
want that.
Ao, the Dawn Sky. 3 white for a 5/4
Damn,
legendary
he's cool looking.
creature dragon spirit with flying, vigilance, and when Owl the Dawn Sky dies, choose 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a
Damn, on a
random
white
order.
chill.
Or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent
Can
you
we
control
talk
that's
about
a
real
creature
fast
or vehicle.
Okay,
how all
so
the
those
fans
are
Wait a
incredible.
like
minute.
little
So these
fans,
creatures, once
they're
you
like-
kill your opponent's big flyer, then something awesome happens for them, and they still get to make a choice about it. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah,
Open
they're powerful.
the
comics.
graveyard,
They know what's
my
up.
friends.
They're also available in borderless versions. Like if you think those are awesome,
What? Oh,
I'm
those
in love.
artworks are
I'm
sick.
in love.
What Pokemon set is this?
You know, TBH
This is
No,
a
legit,
sneak
though.
peek look at Arceus.
feels like the perfect combination between a Yu-Gi-Oh like Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh kind of like Egyptian monster. Like the power
See-
of Ra and all that kind of stuff. It looks kind of like that level of dragon, but also the softness
Oh,
of
come
Pokemon.
on.
But also
I wanna
that
see
might
the other
combine into
dragons
it looks
now.
like a Digimon.
Well, so funny enough, the thing I get is looking at these compared to the regular arts. The regular arts look like a traditional Kamigawa card, while these look futuristic. These look almost robotic.
They're really fucking
Honestly, I was
cool.
thinking the opposite.
Really? I mean, looking at the scale.
Here,
Oh
go back,
no,
go
he
back.
looks like origami.
Yeah.
Kyrie looks like
these look
origami, actually.
Yeah, it's not metal
like-
plates.
this
It's
is
like
a giant
paper.
floating paper dragon.
It's
I love to
it's
see
a
it.
it's like a kite. Oh my god, it's like a kite.
I will say they look fantastic, though. And both
All right,
dragons,
next thing.
but
I
both
wanna
dragons
see
pretty
more.
solid.
they just get extra awesome.
Oh, the colors here are so strong, and it's very geometric design.
Those are absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoy these borderless.
Another
Japanese artist
callback that we
representation.
have for original Kamigawa is a cycle of shrines.
Shrines?
This is the shrine Goshintai of
That's a
shared
creature.
purpose.
It's a
3
shrine
and a
creature.
white for a 1/3 legendary enchantment creature shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Shrine,
the shrines we see it in
tribal.
older sets reward you every time you play another shrine, but this is a shrine and a creature.
So my big
You pay
takeaway here is that
1 and get a
Kamigawa is a
1/1 for
place with a
every
lot of
shrine you
history, a
control.
lot of
So you control
stories to
10
tell.
shrines, it's 1
Who are
mana
kind of
for
the
10
big
1/1s.
movers and shakers that
Hey,
we
yo,
should
how's
be
a couple
looking
of
out
mazes
for?
end?
I think the best place to start in Kamigawa is the Imperial Court, located in Eiganjo. They
Wait a
are
minute.
really the center of authority on
This is so
Kamigawa.
cool.
It's where the emperor
This
is
looks so
located,
awesome.
and the imperial court is overseeing the well-being of the humans and the spirits that are living now alongside each other, no longer at
Kitsune,
war, living
that-
alongside
okay,
each other. In
all right,
Kamigawa.
come on.
But because they're trying to balance the protection
hell?
of the plane
Legit.
overall,
Wizard,
when
seriously,
it comes
you
to
have
technology and the
Mecha now.
regulation of new advancements,
Gundam,
to some folks
or give me
outside
a
the imperial
singular
court,
Power
they
Rangers
might
now.
the
You
imperial court
have
might seem
Power
to
Rangers.
kind of
Do
move
it.
slow or
Do
be
it.
a little bit more restrained about their control
Neon
of
Genesis,
technology.
Magic
So
the
if they're
Gathering,
kind of
Evangelion.
centrist, like who are pushing the pace? Who would like really want this to go fast? Because sign me up for those people.
That would
Okay,
be
slow
the,
down.
oh yeah, yeah.
No, that's the point.
No. You can break things.
Sign me up for that. Yes.
That was funny.
Okay, that would be the Cyber Futurists.
It's literally in the name.
Yeah, literally. In the name, they are pushing the boundaries of bleeding edge technology. They are headquartered in Otawara,
Yeah.
which is
What
the
in
Sky
the
City
hell?
home of the moon folk,
that's
like
so
our Planeswalker
cool.
Tamio. So when you go there, you
clouds.
meet some moon
I
folk,
dropped my iPad on my
maybe
on my
get to visit a
keyboard.
futurist
I heard
lab,
that.
but most likely they're not going to let you in if you're not already a part of the group because they're
got
very
to
technology.
Right.
So we have the people that are kind of slow boating it, the
Mecca?
people that are
Mecca?
rushing
You
it.
were
Is there
asking
anybody
for
else
Mecca?
that has a stake in this?
Yeah, oh, so everyone's got a stake in it.
Too
But
hot, too
They're
cold.
laying
What's
the
just
groundwork
right?
for Brothers, where
Well-
we're gonna get even more mechs.
I don't even know if we
have
have
to
that,
make
but
the
one
lights
group, one group,
For the
the Asari Uprisers, to them, they're not interested in regulating or controlling access to technology. They think that technology could be a liberating and equalizing
mechanical
force
bunny.
for the people of Kamigawa.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
they want
hey,
everybody to
hey,
have
Hey,
access
Mr.
to
Mechanical
technology.
DJ,
bunny.
turn
Yeah,
the
that
music
one. In
up.
that case, head to the mountain city of Sokansanshi. That is where you're going to
Sokansanshi.
find a self-sufficient, independent community of artisans who are building technology into everything that they do. The largest city, Tawashi, is basically Kamigawa's metropolitan location, and members of all of these different groups can be found there. You might also encounter members of the Reckoners, which is kind of a
That sounds
loosely
nice.
connected criminal organizations
No, it's not.
who
my
are very
God,
practical
yeah.
at how they
Sartaro
use
Umazawa.
technology and magic.
What the
Is there
hell
anybody
that
that's kind of
thing?
anti? Because we've got like
don't
these
know
varying
that.
levels of approvals. Or anybody's like, no, we're gonna carry our own
Yes.
water.
Who are the
So while
green
you are
guys?
in Tawashi, head to the center of town. There you will see Boseiju, the largest tree in Kamigawa. It's also the oldest tree in Kamigawa. It is gorgeous, it's beautiful. And located near its roots, you'll find a small group known as the Order of Jukai. They would like technology to just stop spreading around the plane. They're happy
That guy's
with
high as
their
hell. Green.
She is also
non-technological
high as
way
hell.
of life.
They're like, get off my lawn with it.
Get off my tree roots. Get off my tree roots.
Get off my
Yeah.
tree
Get
roots.
off my tree.
I can definitely see how it'd be difficult for these different groups and their different philosophies to see eye to eye. So, which is good because conflict is drama.
Hey, we need something to fight about.
That is true. We literally need something to fight about. So now that we have an idea of kind of the overall story of Kamigawa, like what's the story of this set? Like what's the inciting incident that's bringing us into this?
Oh yeah, who's causing trouble? Where's the drama?
Besides us.
Such a
Good
good
questions.
question. I'm actually going to bring in my colleague, Harler Schneider, who's one of the product marketing
Harless?
managers for Neon
Gonna
Dynasty.
bring my colleagues
Carlos is
in.
here.
Okay, Harless.
Harless?
Dope
Hey!
ass
Welcome,
name.
welcome.
Her name is Harless?
Hey guys!
Hello!
So happy to be here, and
the table.
thank you. I hear we are
Oh my
talking
God, she's so
about
pretty. Look at
our
her hair.
most colorful set ever.
And you want to name our kid
Yeah,
Yes.
you dressed for the occasion.
Of course, I have to. All right, so we are trying to get caught up with current events on Kamigawa at the moment, right? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I think the best place for us to start is with Kaito. So Kaito was childhood friends with the Emperor of Kamigawa, at least until her mysterious disappearance. Now, Kaito's all grown up now, and he wants answers. He wants to know where his friend went. She disappeared. That's horrible. If you've been following the Neon Dynasty news so far, this isn't going to be the first time you're seeing him, but let's take another look at Kaito Shizuki.
He looks super cool.
Okay, and this is pretty insane that he phases
gonna
out
let
when he
this
comes
go 'cause
into the
we've already
battlefield.
seen this.
So, you don't have to worry about if you do his
just
minus
fits
ability
for
that he's going to
himself.
die immediately.
Exactly.
I appreciate that you're like, this is what he means for the game of Magic. I'm like, he's got a robotic trash panda.
That is his Tanuki.
Wow,
Yes.
a cyber tanuki.
Yes.
I love a good tanuki.
I mean, whomst among us doesn't?
So, the Emperor's disappearance isn't just, a problem or impactful on Kaito, it's also a problem for the whole plane.
What?
No, right? Remember how, the Imperial Court was kind of the seat of authority in Kamigawa? Well, the Emperor of Kamigawa is responsible for partnering with an ancient kami known as Kyodai.
Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, 3 white for a 3/3 legendary creature, Dragon Spirit. And it also comes in a borderless treatment.
Together, they oversee those merges between the spiritual and mortal worlds.
Nice.
And right now, the Emperor's gone.
You mentioned those merges before when you were talking about the Imperial Court. Like, is that a common occurrence here on Kamigawa? Does that just happen all the time?
Well, even as high-tech as Kamigawa has become, it still has a really unique and complex relationship with the spirit realm, which is, of course, the home of the kami. Now, kami embody everything from physical locations to abstract concepts. Some are cute, some are awe-inspiring, some are scary, if I'm being honest. And they're very much a part of daily life here. So you might run into a kami on a stroll through the woods, or sitting at your favorite restaurant having lunch together, or weaving their way through the skyline 10 stories up. So as you can imagine, properly managing these overlaps between realms, between the past and the present, is really important.
And with the Emperor missing, I'm guessing this is becoming a little more than Kyodai can handle by itself.
That's right. Now that he's grown, Kaido's joined up with those tech-loving futurists that Maris did mention earlier.
Well, it's not fair for one group to get all the planeswalkers.
But that's because they're pushing the pace.
Maybe you're right.
Right.
Maybe you're right.
I'm building the deck in real time, like while we're talking about this.
You're gonna be prepared. And that actually gets him in touch with Tamio. So she's a fellow planeswalker who helps him to unravel the mystery of his friend's disappearance. So before long, what they find out is that the artificer planeswalker Tezzeret, of course, infiltrated the royal palace and attacked Kyodai, causing the Emperor's own planeswalker spark to ignite and transport her to another plane.
Sounds good, right? She'd be more powerful.
You'd think so, but unfortunately, as it turns out, the Emperor is actually a character Magic players have met before, all the way back in War of the Spark. And so that means that the missing Emperor is none other than the mysterious planeswalker only known as the Wanderer.
Ooh!
Okay, so that looks really cool.
She's so cool.
The Wandering Emperor, two white for a 3 loyalty flash planeswalker who has no subtype. They are just a legendary planeswalker because we don't know their name. As long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. Oh, so you could flash her in on in your opponent's turn and then activate her on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to combat. Not after I flash in this planeswalker, make a samurai.
Yeah.
Make a
Or,
samurai.
you know, I see you're attacking with that one really big creature. Be ashamed if I flash in and the Wandering Emperor just couldn't annihilates you.
Yeah, and then just get exiled.
Exile
Lit.
target tapped creature you gain 2 life. Jesus, that is.
Oh, I love it.
That feels strong.
She's
She's solid for mono white planeswalker.
She slashes anything, and then she's it's cool. She's really cool.
All right, we're gonna continue the video. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it is.
The Wandering Emperor, 2 white for a 3 loyalty legendary planeswalker with flash and the static ability. As long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. She has a +1 of put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. -1, create a 2/2
her
white
+1's
samurai
pretty
creature
solid.
token with vigilance. And -2, exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life.
Lovely.
Right, you get a face now. We've gotten a face. That is demonstrably better. We have a face.
Nice.
A lovely face. She looks very young, and she's got
so
this
cool.
beautiful feathered armor and kind of flowing robes behind her.
You know, one of the things I love so much about the art in the sets and the fashion in the set specifically is, those folds in her armor are really reminiscent of folding paper for papercraft.
Yeah,
So much attention.
And to jump into the magic for just a second, she's a planeswalker with flash. That's pretty cool, and you can activate her loyalty abilities at instant speed.
Okay, but wait a second. If she's a planeswalker, that means she can travel wherever she wants. So why was she gone so long then?
For most planeswalkers, you have control over where you go. You are planeswalking with
her box
intention.
art.
You're a powerful mage, and you've got plans. You visit somewhere, but then you head off to the next plane. But the Wanderer has the opposite problem. It takes a lot of effort for her to stay in one place. She can't control where she planeswalks to, so that moment when her spark ignited, she just disappeared and she didn't know where she ended up, and she didn't have the ability to get back.
So even when she accidentally maybe comes back home, she doesn't get to stay for long because she's off to the next one.
That's exactly the problem. So Kaido, the Emperor, and Tamio are trying to solve this problem with a little help from a device called the Reality Chip, which they think can help stabilize the Emperor's Planeswalker spark.
Better planeswalking through technology.
Exactly. The problem is that the Emperor isn't the only one back in town.
Yeah.
Tezzeret's here.
Again.
And he's got a new card of his own to show off. I'm here to show you Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh.
Tezzeret,
Say it.
Betrayer of Flesh.
Sup,
2
Tezzy?
blue
Been a
for a
long time,
4
huh?
loyal.
Pause it, please.
It's gonna read the
First
card anyway.
activated
They
ability
read
of
the
an
card. Why
artifact
do you
you
pause it?
activate. What?
They
They're gonna
read the card.
Just
To digest it.
Fair enough.
To digest it.
Whatever.
They're going pretty fast. It's hard to truly like look at all
The
of
first
it.
activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. +1, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discarded an artifact. -2, target artifact becomes an artifact creature. If it isn't a vehicle, it has base power and toughness 4/4. Nice. -6, you get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped to draw a card.
Ugh.
He gross. Urza's got a best friend now.
Like, the thing I want you to keep in consideration is that means every time you activate a treasure, if you have that emblem, you're drawing a card too. Treasure
clue
is
draws you 2
tap,
cards.
sacrifice it.
The first clue you activate each turn is free.
And it would draw you 2 cards.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is really nasty. But Betrayer of Flesh is a pretty interesting title.
Loyalty legendary planeswalker with the static ability, the first activated ability of
Also,
an artifact you
I think he's got the
activate
planar
each
bridge
turn
behind him.
costs 2 less to activate.
Someone's gotta take that
+1,
thing from
draw
him.
2
Jesus
cards, then
Christ.
discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. -2, target artifact becomes an artifact creature. If it isn't a vehicle, it has a base power and toughness of 4/4. And his -6
Oh my
ultimate,
God, he
you
gets
get an
around crew
emblem
costs.
with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card.
Yeah.
First of all, love that outfit. I would rock that coat. That's the first
Yeah,
thing.
no,
Let me
it's
just say
pretty
that.
good. It's
But
pretty
as a
great.
person who is made mostly out of flesh, and him being a betrayer of flesh is a bit of a red flag, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags where Tezzeret goes, especially since he really doesn't work alone. Last time we saw him, he was helping Nicol Bolas invade Ravnica to steal Planeswalker Sparks and more of the Spark. And this time, he's got a new friend by the name of Jin Gitaxias.
Okay, this one is no joke. We have Jin Gitaxias.
Hi, Jin. How's it going?
Whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. Oh my god. You gotta be shitting me. You gotta
Wow.
be absolutely shitting me.
Wait, can we talk about this for a second? Tezzeret was like, all right, my boss, Nicol Bolas, has been retired, so now I gotta go, send up my job application. Wait, there's an entire society made of metal people? Dope. Sign me up. Here's my job application. As you can see, I've got references. This man just trades teams like nobody's
He really
business.
does. That's
But
actually
also, like, at the same time, first off, the last time we saw him, he was 10 mana and he was a 5/4. Now he's 7 mana and he's a 5/5.
He got tougher.
But super sick art.
Yeah, no, I love this art
He
so
looks like a
much.
mechanical version of Ridley Scott's Alien.
So Ridley Scott's Alien.
Yeah, effectively. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
We're beginning again. Though he looks great in
Progress
this,
Tyrant.
in
5
this, like,
blue
environment.
for a 5/5 legendary creature,
he does.
Phyrexian Praetor. Okay.
All right,
he's getting a
I mean, I like the look of this
card.
guy.
You shouldn't. He's scary.
I mean, is he like a big deal? I mean, he looks cool.
He's a very
like a
big
big
deal.
Okay, but look at Jin Gitaxias. Like, him just want tummy scritches. Like, look at that.
No, he
That's it.
doesn't.
I mean,
He wants the tummy
You don't
scritch you.
scritch a Phyrexian! You scritch that tummy and you're gonna get, like, lacerated.
I'm just saying, has anyone tried? That's
Dare
all.
I say
Completed.
You're gonna get a bad
Right?
case of
That
phthisis.
sounds positive.
You
right?
can volunteer yourself. I'm not going near a praetor like that.
I'm just saying, I'd give it a shot.
Don't want to be mostly
tried.
flesh.
Nobody's survived to tell us how it went.
Okay, but
say
a little bit
something.
more about Jin Gitaxias as a card. I mean, this seems to be rather difficult to
man,
remove
that Phyrexian
because not
card's
only
so
is he a
cool.
big boy at 5/5, but you're
Wait,
gonna
is
need
that a
2
Phyrexian?
spells
Is that
in
what
order
you
to
have
remove
to
him from the
deal with in
battlefield.
Colvin's
Yeah.
world?
Yes.
Once he's
Yes.
here, it's a little
To
hard
take
to
it into
handle.
consideration,
Yeah, what
that's
is
what Calvin
his
Complete's
stake
gonna
in
kind of
this?
look like.
Jin Gitaxias is one
Well,
of the
actually,
praetors or
you know.
rulers of
So,
New
the
Phyrexia,
other mother
which
from Coraline,
for
got
us is a hellish plane of flesh and metal. So a little bit of flesh, but also metal.
Sounds super legit, though. But
And the Phyrexians are looking to assimilate or complete the rest of the multiverse to bring it up to what they consider perfection.
Not planning a vacation there.
No. And Jin-Gataxias thinks that reality chip is actually going to be a pretty useful tool in his and the other Praetor's goals.
But hey, it's fine because Kaito and the others are going to be able to keep the.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a lore drop and a half.
Jin-Gataxias wants the reality chip to do what now?
To help himself and the other Praetors with their goals. They are working together.
Yeah, Vornklex was getting a god elixir to make people indestructible, and then Jin's here to get a reality chip so we can, like, I don't know, hack the multiverse.
I mean,
well,
if it can,
the reality chip interacts with sparks, doesn't it?
I mean, it activated the spark of the Emperor. Judging from what they were saying,
It interacts with Planeswalker sparks in a way, so.
All right, let's continue. Sorry that we keep pausing.
Reality chip safe, right? Like it's gonna be all good.
Sure. They managed to drive away Tezzeret and Jin-Gataxias.
Okay,
That's
good news. No, we're good. Yeah,
We're not
good
going to
news.
come out unscathed, unfortunately. So the Emperor ends up planeswalking away again. Tamio's nowhere to be found. And the reality chip is with Jin-Gataxias back on New Phyrexia, where he can use it to start work on his latest masterpiece.
Masterpiece. No, first of all, no, I think it's good. I think it's gonna be a good thing.
Dave, this evilness that Tezzeret is not who we team up with.
First of all, you've met me. Of course, that is who I team up with. But what is this masterpiece? This is gonna be fine. Listen.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. If you want all of the details, like all of the lead-up details to this, the full Neon Dynasty story is available on Webfiction, and also including Kaito's origin story. So you can get Kaito's origin story, the full story of Neon Dynasty, and looking ahead, on February 10th, you can get the official Neon Dynasty webcomic with pictures.
Ooh, can't wait to check that out.
I
Thanks,
mean,
man. We like pictures.
The webcomics have been extremely useful in my visual interpretation of lore and all about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks, Maris.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. And you know what? I've actually got to run. I've got to charge my sword. So I'm gonna leave you with Harless to take a look at the set and what you're going to see once we start opening packs. So
Appreciate you leaving us in good hands.
Yes.
good to hang out.
Yeah. They're
No, no,
wearing
fun.
See you soon, Maris.
black, red,
Bye
and
bye.
blue.
Wait, scooch in, scooch in.
Get
Gotta
closer.
come into the
Put
bubble
some
here.
more cards together.
So now that we have some idea of like the people and places of Kamigawa, like what can we expect from the cards themselves?
Since we're just talking about Kaito and the Emperor, I think we should show off their special ninja and samurai frames.
Yep,
Right.
okay.
Give me the Emperor. Give me the Emperor card.
That samurai frame, though.
Hisashi Momose? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize, audience, if I'm not.
Kaoru Higiya.
A samurai and a
Hagiya.
ninja frame. They look okay. So,
fucking good.
I've seen Kaito before, but the Emperor looks awesome. That's
They made
so
her an
cool.
anime
looking.
character.
I do
I
like.
need that
Anime.
card.
Do you look at if you look at the top of the card, she's got like the samurai hat on.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the card frame is like the samurai hat.
Yep.
That is so good looking. All right, we're gonna continue.
Continue, please.
We got armored up. We got
Yep.
a little classy on the samurai.
It's true. The art's different for him now, but like
Which
his
means
eyebrows
the
are
Emperor's
still
a samurai,
immaculate.
straight
I
up.
appreciate he's this like ultra
Yeah,
dope
she's got
cyber
a
ninja
katana
dude, and I'm
now.
like, but his eyebrows.
But grooming still
Grooming's important.
matters.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
it's little things.
Yes, and it's not just these two cards that you're gonna find in these frames. Every single ninja and samurai creature card in the set is gonna be available in
So
their
it's like
respective
witches,
frames.
werewolves,
But it doesn't
and
stop there either.
vampires again.
Okay.
You're gonna also be able to find Kaito, the Emperor, and Tezzeret in special borderless versions too.
Super dope.
Yo,
hello.
that Tezzeret though.
Hello. Though I will say the Emperor
All right,
looks
then.
a little purple.
A little bit.
I think it's the lighting.
That's okay. It's the style.
It
Freaking
probably.
Kaito.
But Kato looks like a villain straight out of an anime.
He's from
He looks
it's
like he's
Kaito
from
Killer
JoJo.
Instinct.
Like, what the crap?
That
his
Tezzeret
his
card,
stand
I'm
his
actually-
stand his stand would be called scrap metal. His artist is just lack,
I'll tell you what
which
he
I
doesn't
have
lack.
to assume is a big named artist in Japan.
Who knows?
We're gonna
I'll look it
continue.
up later.
Oh, yes. Very cartoonish,
gets
very like
gnarlier and gnarlier every
anime.
time I see
Beautiful
it.
artwork.
It's amazing. And for these special art pieces, we partnered with Kokodo Studio in Japan, who helped connect us with a ton of incredible artists like Terada Katsuya and the legendary Hara Tetsuo, that they were able to put their own unique spin on these characters that we've created. And really, when have we seen this in
I think
Magic
they're
cards
all
before?
anime
It's really
artists now that I think
exceptional.
about it.
That is incredible. I also like the second take on Tezzeret.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys
just
didn't
saying,
notice.
Betrayer of Flesh, that
didn't
seems strong.
realize?
I don't know, did he choose that name for himself or did someone else
very
do?
anime.
Maybe
It's very
it was
cute,
just a
though.
bad breakup.
Tezzeret's
I do like that
borderless
each
is
of the cards, there's such a different art
yeah.
style and a different take on the character. It's incredible. Like Kaito kind of looks like me in this one. I love it.
I love this lit up in flame outline. And of course, the borderless is just gorgeous.
I
You
do
get so
know
much more
that the
art.
Hara
And that's so
Tetsuo
quintessential
is
of
the guy who
their
does
style.
Fist of
It's
the North
amazing.
Star.
But if the Ninja and the
makes
Samurai have
sense.
their own special treatment, not to
Also-
mention their
also
borderless
the Samurai
versions, what about
border,
everyone else? I mean, do they
the
get
Samurai's
their
helmet is
special
called a Kabuto.
Kamigawan flair? Do they get a Kamaglow up?
The doors again. The doors. Here they are.
2 to 1
Yeah,
now. 2 to 1. Okay.
I
I'm
like
up front.
this dude.
Well,
He's-
rares
he's
and
a
mythic
little
rares
hammy,
that
but
aren't
I'm really
available in a
enjoying
Ninja
it.
Samurai or a borderless frame are going to be available in a soft glow frame. As an example, let's take another look at our villains, this time with a bit of mood lighting for atmosphere.
Oh, this is everything.
Oh!
Why though?
Because I want that Jin Gitaxian. Jin Gitaxius.
He looks like
Oh.
a freaking kaiju.
That's so good looking.
Is actual kaiju.
Also, can we
Gimme.
point out that Tezzeret has got a mechanical left arm now?
He's
'Cause
got a
that's new.
mechanical torso. Remember him from like Master of the Bridge? He had like the only part that's fleshy of him is like his skull.
Literally
Oh,
his
Junk.
His head, yeah.
Literally his junk.
His junk and his skull. Got it. So his two heads.
We don't know about his junk.
He was like Betrayer of Flesh, but like these dreads are so me.
Oh my
Honestly,
God,
Tezzeret.
these
Also,
soft-
he's
the
been
soft
flaunting
clothes.
the planar bridge in all of his artworks.
He really has. Hey, I still got it, bitches.
Someone take it from him.
Who can stop him? One of the two potential planeswalkers that could stop him, Tezzeret kicked his ass.
Fair.
And the other one is dead. Because it
Also
would be
true.
Gideon. I would assume Liliana could probably beat his ass, but my god, these cards look amazing.
I'm hoping there's more soft glow cards. I want to see what
Can't
they
wait
look
for
like.
Urza to come back from the dead, walk up to Tezzeret and be like, "You have something I want."
Just looks like a romantic evening with Jin Cataxius. Come on, look at the light. Look
Isn't
at like
the
the nice
moon
leather
pretty?
he's wearing. Come on.
I'm sorry, are those teeth where his eyes should be, though?
Ow, I have a
yes.
crush on him.
Eyes
Look
replaced
at
with
it.
teeth. That's rough. That's difficult to
Hard to
justify.
explain,
But it's but I'm willing to hear his side of it.
If it were up to me, we'd have neon everything. I love these cards and the neon soft glow border. It really brings us to a different plane. And no, he's still terrifying. Teeth for eyes.
Horrifying.
He does have teeth where his eyes should be, but hey, none of us are perfect.
Don't look at me with your teeth. That's just rude.
Man,
Don't
Tezzeret.
look with me with that look in your teeth.
Good job, man.
Tezzeret's
And
living
speaking
his
of mood
best
lighting,
life.
let's check in with an old legend from Kamigawa, Hidetsugu Devouring Chaos.
Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos, 3 and a
Yeah, this
black
guy we've
for a
seen.
4/4 legendary creature, Ogre Demon.
I assume
And
they're gonna
here it
show
is
off
in
all
its
his,
soft glow
yeah.
frame.
That's just really neat looking. That's really
I love
cool.
the soft glow. I
Hidetsugu
really
is
do.
special.
soft glow
He's
looks
also the only card available in our new
purple.
neon ink foil treatment.
Ooh.
You can find
the
his
hell?
red,
He's the only
blue,
one they just
and
said.
green versions in collector boosters.
Yeah, he's
and
the
there's a
only one.
special yellow version that is exclusively available at Wizards Play Network premium stores.
Oh,
I
come
don't care
on,
about
the
yellow.
yellow's
Give me
the
red.
coolest.
That is the
Yeah, give me the
coolest.
green.
You're gonna be able to go right
I
into your
actually
store
want
and
the
pick that
yellow.
one up. But for the other three, you're gonna want to crack some collector booster packs.
And I'm always looking for
God.
demons that can
Cool with that.
sacrifice stuff.
It's a
That's
rare.
just-
That's not as hard to
Commander,
get.
what's up?
Okay, wait, hang on a second. So I'm problematic for wanting to give tummy scritches for Jin Catarxis, but you want to look for demons to
Jin
sacrifice
Catarxis.
them.
It's for a practical purpose. I
So's
don't
mine.
support what they're doing.
Oh,
okay,
right.
so we've talked a lot about how good these cards look, but let's talk about what they do too, right? We got ninjutsu back.
It's true.
Hey.
I mean, but they're always around. There's always 3 ninjas in the room, so this makes sense. Now it's in the set.
But yeah, but once he's attacking, I'm gonna take his
I
spot because
actually
I'm
might
more
try and tackle
powerful.
a ninjutsu
There we go.
this time.
Completely accurate.
So when we were looking at mechanics that we wanted to bring back
Wonder
for
if we're gonna get a
Kamigawa,
new
we
best
obviously
ninjutsu
had to
commander.
pick this. It's iconic, it's flavorful, and it gives you a lot of chances to outsmart your opponent. And I've actually got another preview card with ninjutsu to show you. So let's take a look at Silver Fur Master.
Silver Fur Master. Pay blue and a black for a
Other
2/2
ninja and rogue
creature
creatures
rat
you control
ninja
get
with
+1/+1.
ninjutsu. Blue and a
Hello,
black.
Master
Return an
Splinter.
unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card
You're not
onto the
even wrong.
battlefield from your hand, tapped
Not
and
even
attacking.
inaccurate. Yeah, he's
And
in the
here it is in
sewer,
its ninja frame.
Yo.
Yeah, Master Splinter. Hello.
Oh, but yeah, they from Mark Rosewater's teaser, linking to tribes, ninjas and rogues.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yay,
but
finally.
have y'all ever like held a rat or anything like that? They have
Nope.
like the softest, like they have little
Oh,
pricky
yeah, they
claws, but they
do.
have like the softest little hands. Just imagine his hands, just soft rat hands.
I'm gonna
All
punch
for
the
hands that were trained to kill.
I'm gonna punch the shit out of him. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, we already made it known that I was very pro rat folk. Now I'm more pro rat folk.
And with good reason, because Silver Fur Master is an insane card. I mean, the top part allows you to get other ninjas onto the battlefield more easily, and then the bottom card, you can just use that like a combat trick to buff everything and get in there for some maximum damage when the guard is already down.
So maybe I'm of an age that a rat ninja master just like resonates in my heart box. I'm just saying, I really like this. I just love a rat ninja master. That's all I'm saying. Sign me up for this.
I will say, if you like rat, ninja, folk, you're gonna love this set. There's gonna be a lot of really fun stuff in there for you to open.
Lot of
And we've got
rats.
another returning mechanic from Kamigawa,
channel.
which is Channel, demonstrated nicely here on Boseiju, Who Endures.
Boseiju Who Endures. Legendary land with Channel. Channel allows you to pay a cost and discard this card in order to do an effect. And it also comes in a borderless tree.
Oh, how
hello.
pretty.
It's they're all like little lanterns.
1 green, discard Boseiju Who Endures. Destroy target
Or little
artifact,
shrines.
enchantment, or non-basic land an opponent controls. The player may search their land for a land card with a basic land type, put onto the battlefield, and shuffle. This ability costs 1 less to cast for each legendary creature you control. That is a not counterable naturalize.
It really is. That's scary.
It is a non-counterable. What is it? There's the lands that do it. Great Ghost Quarter.
Or strip mine.
Yeah, those two.
Wow. You could also, oh no, an opponent controls. You can't blow up your own land.
No,
No.
yeah, it
Could
does
you
say
imagine?
But I mean, if you control a legendary creature, that is 1 green to destroy an
Commander.
artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land.
Yeah, that's
Oh, the tree.
I would live in this tree.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful tree.
It looks
Would I
great,
give
though.
up technology for it? I'm
That'd
not
be
sure,
really cute.
but it's
beautiful,
lovely there.
beautiful tree or Wi-Fi. Those are your options. Right.
But it does also give you flexibility with this ability of
And that
Channel,
borderless
because
card.
if you
Oh
have it
my
in the
God,
late game, maybe you don't need it to be a
Lovely.
land.
Exactly, and since activating a Channel ability doesn't actually count as casting the spell, it's a handy way of sidestepping counter magic.
As someone who's had trouble with counter spells in the past, duly noted. Yeah.
All right, so our next mechanic is
sorry.
also something
You
players
hear
have
that,
seen
players?
before,
Yeah.
but this time there's a new twist. So
Sorry.
if you were tuning in
Don't
for
wanna
the
be countered.
countdown that we did
Okay.
earlier, then you've had a look at this already, but let's spend a little more time with this double-faced saga, the Kami War.
The Kami War. 1
Double-faced
Wooburg for an enchantment saga. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Okagachi Made Manifest is a 6/6 enchantment creature dragon spirit. This is so beautiful. Not only is the artwork insane, but this is so cool that the 3rd chapter of the saga transforms it into a creature to live on the
I'll say it
battlefield.
again,
I mean,
sagas
that's
are the
beautiful.
best mechanic-
Exactly.
the
We wanted to
best
do
card
something
type
new
in
with
Magic the
sagas
Gathering.
that would really showcase that history of Kamigawa and how important it is to the clan's identity.
are
And what better
so
way to do that than letting the stories literally come to life?
This one, more than anyone I've seen, I want as like a tattoo, like all over my back.
It's
know,
beautiful.
dead
I will
ass.
say
I
all these
agree.
double-faced sagas that we have just absolutely beautiful artwork. Like, they're all stunning. And as an added bonus, these sagas also come in an alternative version featuring new art on both sides with the backside in a
hello.
self-glow frame.
I don't even know which one I like more. This is insane.
It sounds like you all put a lot of thought and effort into the mechanics and how those would help inform the world and like bring it to life.
Absolutely, yeah, we really did. For example, we knew that with the role technology plays on Kamigawa now, there'd be a real focus on artifacts, which you can see on this enterprising member of the Futurists, Enthusiastic Mechanaut.
Enthusiastic Mechanaut. Blue and a red for a 2/2 artifact creature, Goblin Artificer.
But if there's mechanauts roaming around, does that mean there's going to be mechs as well? Because I'm here for giant robots versus dragons.
Well, I think you're gonna be happy because you're gonna be seeing all kinds of vehicles around Kamigawa. We have neon-wheeled motorcycles ridden by rat folk, and all the way to giant robots. So if the latter's got your attention, you should take a look at our next card, Surge Hacker Mech.
Surge Hacker Mech. 4 colorless for a 5/5 artifact vehicle, and here it is in its soft glow frame.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty powerful vehicle. I mean, it is a crew cost of 4, but with Menace, I mean, it's gonna really reward you for having that whole fleet revved up and ready to go.
Now, as for new mechanics, the first I'm gonna show you is something called Modified.
New mechanic modified. Equipment, auras you control, and counters are all modifications.
Good. Please say yes.
Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. 1 and a red for a 2/2 legendary creature Goblin Samurai with modified. And here it is in its samurai frame.
A lot of these decks put equipment and auras onto things, and now there's a word for that. I mean, it's not about how your creatures are geared up. Just want to make sure that they've got something.
Exactly. Modified is all about
Also, for a
rewarding you for
single
using
red creature
technology
control
or
game,
magic
haste
to
until
take your
end of
creature to the next level. And it helps show how interwoven that is in everyday life here on Kamigawa. Now, for my last preview.
Oh, last preview.
I'm sorry, I know. I can only do so many. We're gonna be looking at a must-have piece of tech we were just talking about, the reality chip.
Yes.
Apparently, literally everyone wants to get their hands on it.
Everybody's been talking about it.
Hot commodity here.
Every outfit.
New mechanic, reconfigure.
Oh.
Dope.
The reality chip, 1 and a blue for a 0/4
at the top
legendary
card of your library
artifact
anytime.
creature equipment jellyfish with reconfigure. Reconfigure allows you to attach this card to a
love this
target
already.
creature you control or unattach from a creature. Reconfigure can only be played as a sorcery. While attached, this isn't a creature. And here it is in its soft glow frame.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Yo,
it's
that's
so
awesome.
cool looking.
This is the best artwork in the set.
It is
Dude,
a legendary
I am-
artifact creature equipped. That could be your commander.
The
That
reality chip's your
jellyfish
commander.
tip, that jellyfish chip can be your commander. It is a legendary artifact creature equipment jellyfish. I'm gonna beat you to death with this jellyfish.
Yo,
But also,
would-
you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and as long as the reality chip is attached to a creature, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library.
Elsh has got a new piece of equipment.
That
Well, I'll
is-
be.
This is
I didn't
great.
think you could put that many
Dope.
super types on a card.
I bet
That's
you any
awesome.
amount of money the text team was like, look, any more, and I'm gonna have to start making this cards bigger.
Right? Just make the frame like double wide, double
And
tall.
also, are
Right.
those androids that are built in that thing?
I think they're just blue aligned.
No, I would say they're more
action people.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not thinking they're not androids, but they're definitely modified humans.
Are you sure that? Are you sure? I don't know if it looks like they're just hair accessories.
No, look at their look at their shoulders and everything too.
I don't know.
That looks like very intricate outfits. I don't know if they're robots, but they.
I was
Well,
just
it looks
curious.
like
It
robes.
doesn't really matter. My thing was they in the face they look almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Who knows?
Let's
Okay,
continue.
so a creature that can turn into equipment and then back into a creature. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good way to get some extra mileage out of your cards.
Absolutely. I also just personally feel like Reconfigure really captures the spirit of how we imagine technology working on Kamigawa. It's flexible and adaptable in a way that lets you customize your creatures to match whatever situation you're in. Now, before you two go, I've got something else to show you. The commanders for the Neon Dynasty commander deck.
Yes,
We've been waiting all day for
I
this.
have, in fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. So first up, heading up the Upgrades Unleashed deck, we have Chishiro, the Shattered Blade.
Chishiro, the Shattered Blade. 2 red-green for a 4/4 legendary creature Snake Samurai with
Sword's so cool.
Isn't it?
When an aura equipment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace at the beginning of your end step. Put a +1/+1 counter on each modified creature you control.
Oh, so he's all about the modifying mechanic.
All about slapping auras, equipment, and counters on your cards.
And he creates
So-
you spirits that you can attach your auras and equipments to.
So that includes like things like keyword counters, right?
Equipment, auras you control, and counters are modifications. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
keyword
and
counters
literally
would matter.
anything.
So any deck that cares about counters in any way, shape, or form could use him. Because he would just make them bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
Obun would just get more counters.
Just slap a Togo in this deck. Watch him go. Hand everyone a rock.
The rocks
You're
are
modified.
equipment. The rocks are
Fine.
equipment.
Yes.
No, now I gotta move all my aura and equipment into a gruel deck. Okay.
Like, so there's modified again. It seems like the idea is to just
that
keep
sword is
pushing your
badass
upgrades a little further each turn.
Exactly. Why stop at one upgrade when you can keep pushing that envelope?
You had me continuing to push the envelope.
Cutting
just
edge.
Right out there on the
Yes.
front end. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if vehicles armor your speed, you're going to want to check out this next deck, the Buckle Up deck led by Kotori, Pilot Prodigy.
Kotori, Pilot Prodigy. 1 white-blue for a 2/4 legendary creature.
Vehicles you control have crew 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target artifact creature you control gains lifelink and vigilance until end of turn.
I love the like theme. Like a lot of these different like outfits and everything
She's sitting
have
on a
that
mech.
have that like glow stripe within it. It's really nice.
And
Yeah,
it's
like-
also she's sitting on a fucking Megazord.
She is.
Like,
So when you say pilot, you don't mean planes.
Moonfolk Pilot.
So,
Come on,
if
Taylor.
vehicles you control all have
I'm
crew
gonna
2,
pilot that
then you
Ava.
can slide in with some of those vehicles we saw earlier at a much cheaper cost, get them into the driver's seat, and tune up all your mechs and motorcycles when your artifacts get that vigilance and lifelink. Yeah, not bad.
You know, Harless, this all just looks incredible,
flavor
and I
of
can
cars
tell
that
how
use
much
lifelink is weird to
love
me.
went into bringing all of this to life. Thank you so much for bringing
Imagine
these
getting
previews
life
to
from
share
a
with
hit and
us.
run.
Thank you both for coming to talk to me about it. It's always nice to see you two. You guys want to go crack some packs?
More than anything.
Yes,
I was
okay, right,
hoping you
fine.
would have.
You know, that's exactly, yes. The one thing we've yet to do today. Crack some packs.
Yes, please.
Well, everyone, it has certainly been exciting getting all caught up on Kamigawa here.
Wait a second!
Oh,
It's me, Matthew Lillard. What? You may recognize me from several terrible movies in the 90s, but you may also recognize me from Beetle and Grimm's.
yeah, hey. great
So we
stuff.
are now working with Magic to create something for the Magic community. So this
Shaggy?
has never
Been a
been
long
seen
time,
before.
dude.
It's very exciting.
thought
This is
that
a
was him. I
Prime
was like,
Edition
hello?
backpack.
oh, the backpack's
And if you listen, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. And then this is Pon Pon. Have you seen Pon Pon? How adorable. Would you like to hold Pon Pon?
It's a plush tin.
And then this is our Ogre Head Life Counter.
Oh, see, that's cute to me.
Ogre.
Death is upon us. All the numbers roll down.
Good click.
But everything you could possibly want in gaming elements are included in the backpack. There's this LED line play mat.
Look at the size of this thing.
Hold it up.
Half what else is in here.
There's tokens,
LED
ability
light
tokens.
play
There's
mat?
deck boxes.
Yeah, he did say
sleeves,
LED
There's
play
vaults. There's
Oh my
full
God.
card folio. There's all kinds of
gonna
things you
lose
need. You
some
can go to
of that.
beetlegrips.com and you can check it out. It's got all the information you need, and it's awesome.
I'll pull.
You can find Neon Dynasty on Arena starting February 10th, at pre-releases starting February 11th, and in-store starting February 18th.
Amazing.
That's your birthday
My
also.
birthday,
It's your
happy
birthday!
birthday, yeah. And you know what I want for my birthday?
What's that?
This.
No! I need that.
Hi, thank
I
you.
need pot. I need pot. I need pot. Hi. Okay. You guys should check
I
out
missed him
Kamigawa.
so
It's
much.
awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh god. Did
That was, like,
Gavin
really
do
pretty
another
set.
video like
So-
he did last time for.
Oh, there's still more.
Hey, didn't Maris say we were supposed to find out about that masterpiece Jin Gataxias was working on?
With the Phyrexians, I feel like maybe it's better for us if we don't know.
Can't argue with that.
No. No. What? What? Uh-oh. She. What?
Where my money, wizards? Flash, enchant artifact, creature, or planeswalker. When Tamio's completion enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permanent. If it's an equipment, unattach it. Enchanted permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's
She
untap.
fell. Oh my god, she's a Phyrexian.
Well, shit.
She looks very pretty though.
Right?
This music's fucking bopping.
Oh shit!
Yep, she's a Phyrexian now. That's not good.
All right, let me see if I can get this. It's Tamio, completed Sage, legendary Planeswalker Tamio. Then the
bottom say +1 -X -7.
The keyword on her is complete. She's got Phyrexian mana.
So just
She
keep
is
playing it.
Phyrexian hybrid.
There's still a few seconds left. There we go.
Nailed it. Completed.
Wow.
Phyrexian green, Phyrexian blue can be paid with green, blue, or 2 life. If the wife was paid, this Planeswalker and his battlefield with 2 fewer loyalty counters.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Create Tamio's notebook.
Bill's having a midlife crisis.
This means that Planeswalkers can be completed, which means I was right. And 2,
which means my entire storyline is not just bullshit anymore. It can be
sense,
real.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
Hey everyone, if you're wondering what we're talking about, you should watch Magic the Dungeoning, our bi-weekly podcast that's currently on a hiatus. But all of season 1's available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube,
So I just realized,
wherever.
like, if you have Ardrix and Nev with her ability out, and you used her -X and say like -11 for a Blightsteel, you just get 2 Blightsteels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Create Tamio's Notebook, a legendary colorless artifact token with spells you cast cost 2 less to cast, and tap, draw a card.
This is
a nightmare. This is a literal nightmare.
This is terrifying.
Hey, wait. I think I can find a diamond in the rough. So,
if you say anything about Magic the Dungeoning, I swear to God, I'll strangle you.
I want to say something about Magic the Dungeoning though. So the character Kefkin, which you guys met, was sort of this like his like theming was this sort of like lore collector or like, you know, fate keeper. Which it was like, man, he can't really be like, you know, the storyteller because Tamio's already the storyteller. She's just retired from the role of lore keeper, you know?
Also, Also, I do like how the how the border is. It's like metal slapped together. Also, if you look at her leg, she's 100% metal.
That is just terrifying.
Wow.
Tamio did not deserve that, though. I'm sorry.
No,
There's
and
no
also if you
going
look at
back
her
from
fingers are like probes.
Yep.
I love them.
You're telling me that they can just bring Phyrexian oil wherever they want now?
Poor Tamio.
So I don't know much about the Phyrexians, but I suddenly feel like the Phyrexians are going to be really bad in our D&D game. Like,
really? Yeah.
I feel like
you're just noting this now.
I learned the Phyrexians are bad guys, and I know we were going to encounter them because of Will, but it seems like they're suddenly much more in our face now.
You were like, they're Phyrexians. What could they do?
Wizards?
You were like, they're Phyrexians. What could they do? Now that you've seen them, you're like, oh my God, there's Phyrexians. Can we kill Calden now?
No, I just thought that I knew they were bad. I just thought they're going to be bad over there. Now I'm just like, this seems like a present problem.
Yeah. This went from being like a 1,000-year problem to like a maybe 10-hour problem.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh,
literally.
Well, tomorrow's gonna be fun.
Legendary Planeswalker Tamio completed Sage.
Does she have another artwork? There are a couple of other seconds. I want to see if she's got like a borderless or something.
There was the Phyrexian.
She's probably gonna get 3, right? No.
She might.
Guys, this is our reaction to the horrifying events that are going to come from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Rye, favorite thing you saw in the showcase?
Had to be the Wanderer's art. Her with the samurai art. I just that blew me away.
Danny? Oh, we'll come back to you, Jasper.
They can have completed planeswalkers now. Fuck!
Yeah, I have to say, like, that's like Jasper like read to me the story about like how Phyrexians came to be like that like bad guy thing, and now I'm just like, oh.
Yep, and I wrote them into my backstory. Sorry, guys.
You're a jackass.
It's gonna be a nightmare.
I hope you enjoyed your flesh.
It was either Phyrexians or Eldrazi. Our group was fucked to begin with.
I wanted to do something fun. I thought it'd be a one-time thing, and then he's just like, BT dubs, here comes this guy who's a Phyrexian hunting you. Shannon, favorite thing you saw in the showcase?
I really like the Emperor's artwork, and then the legendary land that is a counter that's not a spell. Bosiju. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It's not a counter. It is a
not counterable ability.
It's a not counterable.
Yeah, I know,
ability.
but you know what I mean.
Not counterable because it is. I think it's an activated ability. So if you have like a stifle, you could stop it.
Yeah.
But like who carries around like more than 2 copies of Stifle? In Commander, at least.
Summary dismissal.
I play blue, dude.
Okay, 2 copies. Stifle, summary dismissal.
Disallow.
Whirlwind denial.
Yeah, okay.
You are not going to get this over on the blue players. I will have an answer.
Anyway, I think for me, I'm actually a huge fan of the soft glow frames.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
the
they
soft
look dope.
blower. Oh my god, they were pretty.
But as far as
Oh, continue.
As far as cards are considered, I was unfortunately a really big fan of Jin Gataxias' alternate art in the soft glow. Unfortunately, he
100%.
looked really good.
I think actually the main thing that you reminded me when y'all were talking about soft glow, I think the effect I was the most impressed with and I want them to do more of was those ones where they're colored foils.
Oh, the neon foil? Well, it's only one card. It's only one card that does it, which was
We're gonna get more of those. We have to.
Yeah, we will get
layer of that shit.
We'll just get more, and like then who knows? Maybe it'll be like that scratch paper underneath. Who knows? I don't know.
We may also get like a secret layer of the neon ink.
We definitely will.
I stand by what I say though. They have now introduced Mecha for at least a secret layers.
All right, folks.
Go,
well,
Wizard.
thank you for staying with us while we reacted to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Make sure you guys catch it everywhere you play your Magic. They said, February 10th for Arena, February 11th is the pre-releases, and February 19th is the global release for these sets. If you're going to play in store, make sure you're playing carefully, wear your masks, get vaccinated, and please absolutely join us next time as we will probably do our top 10 favorite cards from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Everybody have a good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.